Great news for you Ty the Tasmanian Tiger fans out there. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 is currently being remastered for the Nintendo Switch. How's it going everyone, it's me Vivi and welcome back to the channel. Well, to word it more accurately, their newest Kickstarter has successfully been 100% funded. Heck, I believe this happened much faster than their first Kickstarter campaign for Taiwan. This wouldn't have been possible without the great fan support the series has been getting lately. The original intent of the team at Krome Studios was to put their hopes on sales numbers. This was for, you know, the first console HD port, if I'm not mistaken. You know, that being their decision factor for a second potential remaster. In fact, regarding sales, an interview held back on April 26, 2020, Steve Stamatiadis, co-founder at Krome Studios and creator of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, well, he had said that they'd love to bring Ty 2 and even 3 to consoles again. You've probably noticed that there's mention of Steam. Yes, Ty 1 to 3 were remastered for PC a while back, whereas Ty 4 was a 2D scroller for PC. Basically, they've been using the PC remasters as groundwork for these potential remasters. As I was saying, I guess what ended up happening, they listened to fan feedback, asking for another Kickstarter. You asked for it. We heard you. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2 Bush Rescue HD Kickstarter campaign, now open. Join the adventure and help us to bring Ty 2 HD to console by becoming a backer. Click the link for more information. As always, their first focus is to port the game over to the Nintendo Switch, and then later focus on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox. The team is currently aware that the PlayStation 5 hit the market, according to their fact page. We'll be supporting the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS via backwards compatibility. Support for next-gen enhancements are not currently in our roadmap for release, but we will be evaluating this as development progresses. Whether or not they'll include this via a patch update of some sorts is unknown. Alright, so about this new campaign of theirs. Same approach as their first Kickstarter. They have stretch goals. They currently surpassed 100,000 US dollars. Their goal, in fact, was 75,000 US dollars. It just goes to show how there's so much nostalgia and fan support surrounding this series right now. So what this first stretch goal includes, you'll be looking forward to new in-game content, such as new Ty skins, and 3 new skins for your 4B. They are open to fan ideas, so I'll leave the link to the Kickstarter in the description below. Now stretch goal number 2 has also been unlocked, which required reaching 125,000. What this includes for backers, exclusive 1-hour live stream on Twitch, digital posters, and a character lineup digital file. The way this works, the more stretch goals reached, the more new stretch goals get unlocked. For example, number 5, or number 4 they say on their blog. A little mistake on their part, but from the looks of things, we have 1 to 5 currently. Now if the campaign reaches 175,000, 2 new boomerangs will be added to the game. The plan is as follows according to Krome Studios. Everything will be shipped by July 2021. By everything I mean all console versions, Switch, PS4 and Xbox. Exactly in that order. Originally for the Ty 1 remaster on consoles, it was the same exact scenario. The Switch version happened first, the PS4 was voted as second priority, and then the Xbox version came into the picture. Each released a couple of months apart, with backers receiving digital codes a couple days in advance. Yep, these remasters are only planned for digital. They're a very small team after all, they just don't have the necessary resources to move on to physical copies just yet. Alright, what this second HD port will include? Well, there's a whole complete list on their page. Heck, I'll just put it up on screen for ya. Trophy support for PlayStation 4 and Xbox. Leaderboards even. Hardcore mode makes a return. It was originally introduced for the PC remaster of the first Ty game. 1 life for the entire game. Another one that's pretty huge, a certain backer reward involving you. Yes, a custom character to appear as a Brumaji resident. There's lots of backer rewards, such as complimentary digital keys, the Art of Ty 2 official vinyl soundtrack, as well as digital, 3-inch figure set, plush boomerang, board shorts. The first one that came with the first Kickstarter, it was a very popular one. There's Enamel Pin Set, a printed version of the Doomy Ranger comic book, which was originally a digital stretch goal reward for Taiwan Remaster. And apparently, the story in this comic paves the way for Tai 5, if that ever happens. Now speaking of comic books, Doomy Ranger Part 2 is actually part of stretch goal number 3 if it reaches 150,000. And of course, just like the first Kickstarter, it's planned to get released digitally first if they ever get the chance. Another statuette exclusive to the Kickstarter campaign. What they mean by this? With time, for those who still want to get their hands on physical goods, they'll be able to order them as an add-on product for backers. If they have leftovers, if ever, it did happen with the first Kickstarter. Anyone will have the chance to pre-order them eventually while supplies last. The statuette is the only physical good that doesn't have a guaranteed date of delivery. All other physical rewards are planned to ship by the end of December 2021. Also, there's a U variant of statuette. Obviously, it's tied to a much bigger reward tier. I'm not saying the regular statuette tier is much less than this one, they're both pretty hefty. Alright, so with that said folks, there's 10 days left for backing this project. It's getting close to 150,000, which is, in other words, a chance at Doomy Ranger Comic Part 2, which is a sequel to the first comic book. With that said folks, I do want to add one thing. I am super happy for this team. This is awesome. They did this for the first game and now they have the chance for Tai 2. I'm happy for the team. And yeah, if you have questions or anything of such sort, leave it all in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for tuning in. I've been Vivi, and until next time.